It's been 48 hours since I primed my nutcracker. Now I'm just drawing on a design on the face so I can start painting. The pumpkin, my dog barking, we have two little dogs, Oreo and Charlie. So I'm just kind of like tracing what I drew on here with a pencil, and then I'm kind of painting inside of the lines, and I'll have to do another coat, and then I'll just move on to another part of the head and draw out what I want to paint. I couldn't find a stencil with the shapes that I was going for, so I just kind of drew this out. You can see that I got a little bit of black paint on the gray, but that's okay because I'm going to be painting that with a silver. So this is how it's looking, and I will just continue painting. I'm continuing to paint and started thinking I should have probably painted the silver of the head first and then started drawing. So what I'm going to do after I am done doing the other side, I'll probably just paint it silver and then start drawing designs. I messed up, so I'm going to have to, when I go over the top of the head with the silver metallic, I'm going to fix this where, see how it's opened more and it's not open here more because I painted more on that one side. So hopefully I'll be able to fix that whenever I start painting with the silver metallic. But I wasn't able to find a stencil for this one design, but on the sides I was able to find a little stencil, so I was able to at least draw that on there and start painting that little area. I decided to go ahead and start painting the pumpkin head with the silver metallic paint I got from Michaels. I've never used this paint before, but I'm going to try it out. But this is what it looks like so far. I should have started painting the whole pumpkin silver and then do the black design on the face. So I'll probably have to go back and do some touch up on the black paint. And then I'm gonna add a few more designs on the pumpkin head. So I'm gonna just continue painting the whole pumpkin head silver. I was going to paint the whole pumpkin's head silver, but I decided to test it out first before I did it, and I got a piece of paper and painted it silver. And what I'm doing is using this carbon paper to trace the stencils that I found onto the pumpkin head. And I tried doing the carbon paper on top of the silver metallic paint and it would not show up. So I'm back to square one where I am tracing these little stencils onto the pumpkin head. I don't know if you can see it. It's not coming up very well either, but it's coming up better than the silver paint. And then I'm just gonna paint the black on there and then just do the silver around. I still need to make some more designs on the face and touch up the black, but I was waiting for the silver to dry, which it's dry now. But I'm decided to start painting or putting a coat of black on the hat of the pumpkin. Because I think it's gonna take 2 coats of this. I wasn't real crazy about the silver paint. It was kind of thick, but then it was kind of like left a lot of lines on here, which I'm gonna have to put another coat on. And then I'm also going to order some of the liquid silver paint, and the liquid silver and the liquid gold is, it just seems like it goes on better on these nutcrackers. These acrylic paints seem to dry pretty fast. And you can see that I'm just using the apple barrel from Walmart. Some of these paints I don't like to use, but the black seems to do pretty good on painting these. I usually use Folk Art or Deco Art or something like that. I put a coat on the hat and I still haven't finished the face. I'm gonna order some liquid silver to put over this silver paint that I put on here. And I also have to touch up the black, and then also I need to make some more designs on the face, and I need to paint the back still. I have not done that yet. And then I'm just gonna continue painting, and after that, then I will move on to another body part. I'm trying to make the hat look like wood, so what I'm doing is just painting over the black with a different color. And then I have this wood grind tool, and I am just trying to make it look like wood. It's not perfect because this is my first time doing this. But that's what it's looking like so far. And I'm just going around the hat and trying to do this, and then I'm going to try to do, also I'm trying to do the legs. So I'm just starting from the top. I guess you could go either way. And that's what it's looking like so far. I don't know if you can see it. I wanted to use Rough and Buff on it, but I couldn't get the tool, the wood tool, grind tool to work with the Rough and Buff. So I had to use paint over the black and then scrape it down. So this is what I'm doing. Hopefully when it dries it'll look kind of cool. I don't know. But that's what it's looking like so far. I'm just tapping my paintbrush in a little bit of water so it's a little bit thinner to work with when I do this. I know it's getting on the little strap to the belt of the hat, but that's okay because I'm gonna paint it something different, so I'm not worried about it. And that's what it's looking like so far. Redo one of the ones in the front that doesn't look the greatest, so. noticed. So I'm gonna try to do it over. And I just dropped it on me and got paint all over me. But that's how it looks. I'm just painting the belt around the hat black. And I'll do the buckles some color like a brass or something, I'm not really sure yet. Again, I'll probably have to do another coat on here because I usually do 2 coats every time I paint, just so that so you make sure that you get every spot. Because sometimes the paint will dry and then you see that there's like a piece that you missed. So I'm just gonna continue painting the belt on the hat and then I will be back. I just need to take the head outside and spray it with a gloss sealant, and then after that dries I will be able to glue the vampire teeth onto the head, and then I'll be done with the head. Alright, so it's not raining anymore. It's the next day and I brought my pumpkin head out and I'm going to spray it with this 2X Ultra Covered Gloss Clear Seal Protective Spray. And that's what I'm doing is just spraying this pumpkin head. I'll let it dry after spraying it one time, and then I'll probably do 2 or 3 coats. And after this dries, after the few coats that I put on, then I will glue the Vampire Dracula teeth. You just want to seal your plastic first. So I sprayed 1 coat on there and now I'm just gonna let it dry, and then I'll spray another coat and see how it looks, and then let it dry and see if it needs a 3rd coat or not. If not, then I'll bring it in after it dries, and then I should be able to glue the Vampire Dracula teeth my husband made with the 3D printer. Pumpkin head is completed.